Hi, I'm Febrinisa Imbo Anahiklas. In this video, I will talk about seafood and the pandemic based on this article. A newly published World Fish research paper has analyzed the responses of the global seafood sector to the first months of the coronavirus crisis. The research, which focuses on how food systems can build resilience in the face of unforeseen challenge, compares the coronavirus responses of the seafood industry across low and high-income countries. Here's the three main issues in the article: the impact of lockdown, the challenges of seafood economic during pandemic, the method and solution to overcome those challenges. Next, there are two factors contributing to the problem faced by industry. First, high demand but low supply due to lockdown order and low seafood supply. Demand. Data shows that demand for seafood took a significant hit as outbreaks of COVID-19 emerged in China. Early lockdown in January and February 2020 closed the restaurant and food service sector, negatively impacting high-value marine species. Since China is the world's largest producer, consumer, and exporter of seafood, reduced consumer demand translate was felt in other elements of the supply chain. For low-income and food deficit countries, the lockdown reduced household incomes, leading to fewer purchases of nutrient-dense foods like fish. Second, distribution. On the distribution front, lockdowns and quarantine measures mean significant disruption to seafood trade flows. Between January and May 2020, seafood shipments were restricted or halted completely in response to shifts in demand, supply, and port closures. Fish and shellfish distribution were also impacted by China's decision to ban imports of live animals in January 2020. The restriction of air freights was also a factor. The last one is labor. Lockdowns caused huge disruption in employment across the seafood supply chain. Those skyrocketing employment numbers have been reported on the individual level. The impact of the restricted labor supply has been neatly felt in the business sector as well. Labor shortage have had secondary impact on the industries. For example, hindering the operation of hatcheries, field mills, and processing plants. And here's are the methods and solutions have been done to overcome challenges during the pandemic. This solution divides by two, which are medium-term priorities and longer-term priorities. Medium-term priorities. To complement price and production data, use survey tools to document and better understand COVID-19 impact on people working at all levels in seafood supply chains and seafood consumer in order to direct supports to vulnerable actors in the seafood systems. Second, document and share case experience of actors in the value chain that have adapted to shifts in supply and demand of seafood, so lessons from their strategies can be widely adopted. 3. Improve open data and data sharing platforms to facilitate the exchange of information about the societal impacts of COVID-19, which to enable more rapid and coordinated responses of future shocks. Longer-term priorities. First, to design future response strategies in support of the tropical majority of small-scale fish producers and trades. Draw on lessons from social safety net programs in other food sectors and experience with implementing the human right to food. Second, improve information systems to track fish prices and trade volumes typically consumed by different types of consumer to reduce waste fish and enable value chains to respond to consumers' nutrition needs and demand preference. This may include full traceable of species and stocks based on molecular or DNA analysis. And third, focus resilience research on those parts of the aquaculture and fisheries system that supply population most nutritional depends on seafoods and those which through employment support food security of low-income value actors. That's all from me. Thank you.